This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 531. 11 Tips for Getting Over Your Ex, Part 1, by Irene Elias of selflovejunkie.com. Hey, old friend, and welcome back to another Monday episode. I'm your host, Joss Marie, and this is the show where I try to help you optimize the many relationships in your life. And just a little side note, if you enjoy motivational quotes, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. You can find us right at Old Podcast. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and narrate a post by Irene Elias today on how you can turn your breakup into a breakthrough. So let's get right into the article and start optimizing your life. 11 Tips for Getting Over Your Ex, Part 1, by Irene Elias of selflovejunkie.com. Trying to get over your ex can be the most devastating experience of your life. Maybe you're devouring Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge ice cream right now and thinking how in the hell you are going to get over this pain in your heart and be happy again. You may be in denial and thinking, this really didn't happen. We'll be back together again, and maybe we just need a break. Or maybe you're confused and wondering, what did you do wrong? Or if you were the one that left your ex, you could be questioning, did I really make the right decision? And usually we toss and turn over this question when we have yet to find the one. If a relationship broke up, it needed to. From a spiritual perspective, all relationships offer us opportunities to heal our wounds, teach us lessons needed for our soul's growth, and ultimately become the best version of ourselves. Turn your breakup into a breakthrough to figure out who you are on a more intimate level and what you want out of life. This door is closed because it wasn't meant for you. The difficult part about letting go of your ex is all the potentials of what could have been. It's more of the emotional experience that you didn't get, not so much the person. It's the dreams you had and still have that you're afraid of not having them come true. Your dreams still exist. You just need to change the character in your love story. I've had my fair share of breakups where I've had my heart broken and where I've been the heartbreaker, and so I know what it's like to be on both ends of the pendulum. After going through my own personal healing, I've been able to help many other people expedite their healing process and regain their faith and love again. I'm here to tell you that it's possible to heal your heart and find peace after a breakup, even if it caused you much pain and grief. The heartbreak you are feeling right now is the stepping stone to greater love. I know in the midst of your pain this may be hard to believe, but in order for you to move on from your ex, you need two things: desire and action. If you have the desire to do the work of healing your heart, you'll eventually learn to let go, get to the point of forgiveness, open your heart once again, and eventually find true love, if that's what you wish. The last thing you want to do right after a breakup is to rush into someone else's arms. Why? Because your energy will most probably still be at grief and loss, and so your point of attraction will be pointing in that direction. You want to make sure you have left the past in the past so you don't repeat. The following starter tips can help you move on sooner rather than later. Letting go of a relationship does take a conscious effort, but if you commit to the following tips, you can begin to change your energy and as a result, create the next beautiful chapter of your life. Number 1, feel it out. You need to feel it to heal it. Don't be afraid of your pain or try to run away from it like I did. Allow yourself to experience the stages of a grieving process. If you don't allow yourself this cleansing process, you will remain stuck in the past and subconsciously prevent yourself from attracting an amazing new relationship. Give yourself time and don't rush your grieving process. However, don't allow your ex to become your obsession either. There comes a point where you have to decide when you want to fully get over the breakup. Your prescription looks something like this: grieve, allow, release, let go, repeat. You are mourning a relationship loss where you placed all your hopes and dreams. And the only way to get rid of this pain is to allow yourself to feel all of your emotions and have them leave your body. After a while, you will feel that you're letting go more and more, and eventually you will have no emotional attachment to the relationship. You will feel relieved and happier than you've ever felt. Number 2, stop the fantasy. What are the facts and what is the fantasy? The fantasy of what could have been and the reality of what really was. Something happens after a breakup where we just focus mostly on the good memories and shrink the bad memories. Stop. Don't get trapped. Acknowledge both the good and the bad and don't place so much power on either of them. And stop blaming yourself or your ex. Take the rose-colored glasses off and stop idolizing your ex. Go back to why you broke up in the first place. You may not have all the answers yet, and that's okay. You don't need to understand everything in this moment. You just need to trust that your gut feelings are leading you in the right direction. You may not see it now, but this relationship ending may be the best thing that has ever happened to you. Number 3, 40-day detox. A 40-day no contact with your ex is in order. I know it's tempting to check up on him, but this means no peeking at any of his social network, no phone calls, text messages, or driving past his place. Super stalking. If you have children, that's another article. But checking up to see what he's up to may also risk the chances of seeing him with another woman, and that's not going to make you feel too good. Stalk yourself instead. That's worth your time. The more you keep checking up on him, the longer the healing process will take. Also, get rid of all of his stuff from your house that will keep reminding you of him, and put any pictures somewhere where they are out of sight because you will be triggered by seeing the pictures. Any gifts he has given you, give to a charity, or put them away in a box until you have healed. You don't want them to be a constant reminder. Number 4, keep the panties on. During this time of loving you, avoid having sex with someone who is not committed to you, and that goes for your ex. The choice is yours, of course. Why? Because the sneaky love bonding hormone oxytocin that is released during sex floods your entire body and has you lusting over a man that may not be a suitable partner. According to research, oxytocin creates an emotional attachment to the person we're having sex with, which can cause confusion. Your logical brain may tell you that he is not the right guy, but oxytocin seduces you with warm feelings of connection and desire for him, overpowering your logic. Later on down the track, this may explain the insanity of why you were attracted to someone who was not even your ideal match. To be continued. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled 11 Tips for Getting Over Your Ex by Irene Elias of selflovejunkie.com. As always, thanks a ton to Irene. It can be so hard to move on from a breakup, but as Irene says, what helps is to clearly separate fantasy from reality so that you don't spend your time and energy reliving something that wasn't meant to be. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you're currently going through a painful breakup, know that you can and will get through this. And find out how with the rest of Irene's tips tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.